All right, the streak is over as I get back on the page where I'm supposed to be. I'm talking about 27 straight days when gas prices went up in LA County. Well, today it dropped 0.2%, still $4.38 a gallon for regular unleaded. But despite that huge drop, the price of gas is still 5 cents higher than it was a week ago, 57 cents higher than it was last month. Our next guest says there is a cheaper solution. It's called propane. He's Bernardo Herzer, and he's founder and CEO of LEHR Incorporated. It's a company that makes outboard motors that run on propane gas. Welcome. Thank you for being with us. You're a former ship's captain.
That's correct.
And ship owner and a researcher. And that's how you got into this whole idea of bringing alternative energy to the marine environment, right?
That's correct. We used to convert a lot of our small engines to run on propane aboard ships and found that they were more reliable, cleaner, easier to use, more dependable. And in commercial applications, propane is used just about everywhere.
Well, now, propane, though, like natural gas,
correct,
does not have the same energy component that gasoline does. I think propane only has, when they do this whole BTU equivalency, it's only about 75% the energy that gasoline gives us. So
it's much higher than that. To give you exact numbers, gasoline is somewhere about 103,000 BTUs per gallon, and propane is about 96. Except for propane has a higher octane rating, so you're able to increase the compression in an engine, right, and burn the fuel more completely. So when you run an OEM engine, an engine that was originally designed to run propane, it's actually more efficient than gasoline.
Well, then why aren't we doing it more?
We are. In fact, in Europe, large percentage of the cars run on propane. It's a product called autogas.
Yeah, but the United States uses a lot more petroleum than Europe does. So why, in the greatest consuming country in the world, are we not using propane if it is a viable alternative?
It is the third largest used fuel, and it's coming more and more here in the United States. It's being used commercially all over the country. If you look around, consumers aren't, known to understand that the buses are running on it, the taxis are running on it, a lot of the police vehicles are using it, and a lot of your garbage trucks and essential services are running on it.
Last week we had a guy on who was CEO, like you are, only of a natural gas company, and he says he's building natural gas filling stations, and you can get the Honda Civic with natural gas.
Correct.
Which is the better alternative fuel?
Well, they're both good. Both of them are good alternative fuels. Propane has a higher energy density than natural gas, so the containers for handheld equipment, for light equipment, propane is, like I said, the third largest used fuel in the world for internal combustion engines. So it's gotten a lot of traction, especially in the marine market.
But now it seems to be, it's Herzer, right?
Herzer,
pardon me, Herzer. It seems to be, though, that it's expensive. I'm looking at the Clean Cities Alternative Fuel Price Report for January, so just a month and a half ago, and it says that propane, overall, propane came in at $4.26 equivalency per gallon, as opposed to gasoline, which was $3.37, compressed natural gas, which was $2.13, so twice as much as natural gas.
Yeah, twice as much as natural gas, about half the price of gasoline.
No, not according to this. I mean, I guess we're getting our numbers from some other place.
Yeah.
Is propane more expensive than gasoline?
No, it's about half the price of gasoline. Yes, it is. And the United States is a net exporter of propane today. And for infrastructure for propane, it's very inexpensive because there's not big environmental studies need to place the tanks. They can be put above ground.
Okay, we got to wrap it up, but how do we get more cars then? I guess you can convert your car that you have now, is that correct?
You can, but then you're losing a lot of power because you're not taking advantage of the high octane ratings of
Anybody making a propane vehicle?
There's several large companies. Absolutely. There's lots of companies out there. Roush is one of them.
Okay.
And if you
none of the big automakers yet.
Some of the big automakers, yes, and it's mostly used for commercial applications, trucks and things like that. But if you go to our website, you can see all the vehicles and equipment that we're manufacturing as well at GoLEHR.com.
GoLEHR.com. Bernardo Herzer, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Coming up.